If you experience hand synchronization issues in your playing, you are definitely not alone. By the end of this video, I'm going to show you exactly what is the basic root cause of hand synchronization problems, and we're going to take a look at a few things that you can do to fix it fast. Let's go. Now, when it comes to hand synchronization, there is a ton of material out there in both video form and book form, written form, that tends to try to explain how to fix it, but I find rarely addresses what the actual root problem is. Why are your hands not able to synchronize? Well, at first you have to take a look at what synchronization means when it comes to your guitar playing. Synchronization is where you take the function of your fretting hand and the function of your picking hand and you get them to coordinate together. Now that seems very obvious, but keep in mind what your left hand does when it plays and what your picking hand does when it plays are two totally different things. They're not the same at all. The problem is this: they need something to synchronize to. Again, that might seem obvious, but the root problem simply is this: if you don't hear in your head, in your mind's ear, what you need to play accurately, there's no way that your two hands are going to work together to produce that result. It's as simple as that. A lot of people suggest that, well, you know, you got to work on your left hand and then you got to work on your right hand. You can do that. You can still put the two hands, you can take your two hands and separate them and work on them individually, and I do recommend doing that. But that is not going to solve the problem. The problem is your concept of what it is you are going to play. Again, if you're unable to, let's say, reproduce what you're going to play rhythmically away from the guitar, you don't stand any chance of the two hands working together. So for example, if you had to play something that was straight 16th notes at 130, if you can't hear that in your head or reproduce it like I did here on my lap using my hands or in your chest, whatever, if you can't accurately do that, there's no way that you're able to make your two hands do that, considering they're doing two totally different things physically. Your concept of the rhythm and the line has to be super solid up here for these two very different things to stand any chance of coming together. So if all of that makes sense, what can you do to actively fix it? Well, I'm going to link you to a video that I did a while ago, either up here or up here, I'm not sure where we talk about the rhythm pyramid. The first thing that you need to be able to get straight with is your sense of rhythm. That is what the two hands are going to align to. Think of it this way: when you play a note, that note has a due date. That note has a time that it is due. And if the two hands don't meet the due date, well, you can see where this is going. You're going to be late or you're going to be early. You're not going to be on time. Synchronizing is about being on time with both hands. The only way to do that is to solidify your rhythmic sense. So in that video, we're going to talk about the rhythm pyramid, and there's a couple of exercises thrown into that video that you can actually get started with. I think in this video, the most important thing was to take a look at the root cause of why synchronization falls apart, when it falls apart. So give that video a look, and I would love to hear how you make out with this. Talk soon.